Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card I have to share with you today. I love it. I love floral stamps, as you may know, and these marigolds are just so bright and happy and beautiful. I think it makes such a cute Mother's Day card. So, let me show you how I made this. I have things set up with my Stamparatus. I have some scrap basic white and I have the two-step stamp set. So this is Marigold Moments and we're going to be using pretty much all of the stamp set, and we're going to first use the two base images and then we can add the detail. So my base colour is going to be Mango Melody, and let's pick up my stamps onto by my lids. They do stick sometimes, don't worry about that, and just put everything back in place. I do have a little trick that I'm trying out at the moment to get your paper to stay in place in your Stamparatus even better, but I'm just trialling up my personal crafting, and when I've got it down pat I'll share it with you. So let's ink all of this up nicely, give it a really good press, just like that. Okay, I'm just going to deepen the colour a little bit, so stamp again. Try not to put your hands in the pad, give it a press. You can also use, if you can't press very hard, you can also use your ink pad like this to give it a good press. There we go. So now we need to clean up our stamps so we can take them out of our Stamparatus, otherwise we'll have incredibly inky fingers. And I tend to sometimes, if I'm struggling like now to clean it, I tend to just find it easy to take the lid off and give it a good old wipe down. You can get around the stamps more easily like that. So take them off. Oh, this one's fighting me. Give the lid one last clean. I could see a bit on it. Fit the lid back in, put that away, bring back our stamp set, and I'll put these away. And like most people, I struggle to find the orientation to put some stuff away. Sometimes it just, I don't know about you, sometimes it doesn't want to go and I just put them, I think that's the way it's meant to be, and no wonder I couldn't do it. And then we're going to take these two pieces out. Okay, so we've faffed about for that. Now we're going to add some detail, and you just need to get your head over the stamp sets. I'm sorry if my ugly head is in the camera shot. I'm just going to line these up as best as I can. They are actually quite easy to line up, so don't get yourself too caught up in it. That I think will do fine for me. Saying that I fiddle again. Okay, pick that up with our lid. Make sure everything's back in the corner. Then for adding detail, I'm actually going to use Calypso Coral. I got this idea online from Pinterest, this colour combo. I never would have thought to put these two together, but I think it actually works rather well. So there we go, look at that. Really happy with that. Gonna, again, as before, do some cleanup. There is quite a bit of cleanup in this project, I tell you. So there we go. Simple chamois is invaluable. So I'm going to take this out and let's see which way I want to put it this time. Maybe I'll leave it actually like that. I'm going to change where my magnets are at least. So take these out, and I put things away as I go along, otherwise they're liable to fly away and never be found again. And now I'm going to do my 2 leaves, and I think I only stamped these twice. And being the crafter I am, I'm trying to figure out the best orientation, so I use up the least amount of cardstock. Okay, so lift that up like that, and I've forgotten one leaf, this little one here, and it can go down there. I'm using up every piece of my card. And again, we're going to 2-step stamp, so we're going to start off with Pear Pizzazz. So let's ink up in Pear Pizzazz. Give it a... Sometimes they fight you. Give it a good press. Lovely. Now we're finished with the Stamparatus, so take our paper out, put our magnets away, and I am going to just quickly clean up, if you don't mind, because this is another thing. A lot of people don't clean up, and they finish with what they're doing and they leave the stamp set in the Stamparatus, and then they get distracted and they come back next time and now they've got stamps in the Stamparatus and they can't remember where the hell those stamps, where do they belong. So I prefer to take things out, if possible, as I go along and put them away, and then I don't have orphan stamp sets, orphan stamps and dies. So let's get rid of this, bring this back here. I'm going to look for a smallish block, and this one will do fine. We're just going to add a little bit of detail to our leaves, and there's a really tiny stamp to do that, and I'm going to do it in Old Olive. So ink up my Old Olive, and you're just going to go around and add it just goes just a little bit of detail to the leaves. Just adding that veining. Okay, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. So clean that up. I'm going to have to give my hands a good wash after this. And then one last little piece here, and this is for this one here. Just like that. I love having all these little pieces to give it real definition. Okay, so let's clear the decks quickly. Sorry about my arms and whatnot in the camera. There we have our stamping done. Now there are some matching dies, and just couldn't find them for a second. They're the Marigold dies, so they're the same name, so you know which goes with which. And we're going to put that one over there. That one goes for the leaves. We've got this little one here. Got this one for the leaf here, and you've got this one here for these leaves here. Now you do have some extra pieces here. These are extra dies. If you were cutting lots of these small leaves, you could cut a few of them at the time. These here make a 3D type marigold. We'll be doing that in another project. And then you've got this lovely scallop as well, so really nice die. So I'm going to put all this through the die cutting machine and I'll be back. So all our pieces are die cut, so let's put that there to the side and start to build our card. Our card base is Mango Melody, so it's a Stand Basics card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then I've got a piece here of basic white, and this measures 14.35 centimeters by 10. I've actually got two pieces of this. One's going to go on the inside and one on the outside. So let's put this one in place. I think my seal needs to refill, but anyway. And then I've got another piece here. And then what I did was I cut out two pieces of cardstock, one in Calypso Coral and one in Mango Melody, and these measure just a bit smaller, 13.85 by 9.5, but all these measurements will be on the blog post on my website, and you can find the link for that in the description box below. And then I cut it in half diagonally. So we're going to put this on. I'm just going to use some Tombow now. Give me a little bit of wriggle. Make sure I've got some in the corner here. Tombow's nearing the end as well. I'm just going to put this so you sort of have an even border around, and then whoops, there we go. I think this has had it. Luckily I did bring up another one with me, so it's a brand new one. And then I'm going to butt this up to my other one and just line it up like that. So that's what we've got. And then we're going to put this all down on our card base. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. So let's put that down like that. And now I'm going to set that to dry for a second. I'm going to do one last little bit of stamping. I need to get a block out. That's going to be big enough. I'm going to go for my biggest block that I have here. Sorry for the noise. And I'm going to stamp, I think, in Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp here Happy Mother's Day. So to get it straight, I'm going to use my grid paper. So line it up straight on my grid paper. And then line up my block. There we go. And then we just need a scrap piece of basic white. Ink up our sentiment. And then down, hold. Lovely. Okay. Throwing things about here. Just managed to dump my ink pad in the bin, which is always a good idea. Now we're just going to cut out our sentiment freehand using the trimmer. And let's see. Somewhere like that will do. And cut a little bit more off the base. Just a little bit. Using my grid lines to help me line stuff up. That should be fine. And then let's cut a bit here off this side so it's not so long. And then a bit off that. And then we have our sentiment. Now I'm just going to give the one side a fancy edge, and I'm going to use this, the Happy Labels Pick a Punch, and just going to insert it in, punch, and that just gives it that little perforator type edge. Okay, so Let's bring back our card. Let's put this down first so then we know where we are. Okay, I'm going to line it up with the edge of my pattern paper. Just put it down there. Okay, now bring back all our bits, and I've put dimensionals on the back of everything already to help us out. So there's our little leaf bit down, and then let's decide where this is going to be. That goes there. This can maybe go here. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. So let's stick down this little leaf. That'll be fine. And then we have this little one as well. Let's use it up. Let's put it on the side to sort of balance it out. Yeah. Okay. Let's stick down our floral. So take all these 6,000 backings off. As you know, I love dimension, but I do find taking all these backings off so tedious. Don't know about you. And the backings, they just seem to get everywhere. However hard you try to corral them in the bin, they seem to escape. I find them all over the place in the weirdest locations. Do you find the same thing? Let me know in the comments below if you have the same trouble as me. Maybe it's just me who's a weirdo. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. That will do, I think. What do you think? Finishing touches time. I have here some of these brushed brass butterflies, and I'm just going to scatter them around wherever the fancy takes. What happened to that one? Oh, there it is. See? There's another backing. I thought I had them all, but obviously I didn't. Now you could put a few more on if you want, but I actually like it like that. Sorry about the bad lighting, the sun has just come out. So there you go, those are the projects. I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future projects, future videos. If you want more information, as I said, it's all on the blog post, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.